What's up, homies and hoes? We're in the home stretch now, I hope. But we're taking a look at the final worlds that I have to show off on PlayStation and conclude this journey. There is still quite a few worlds to go through, but quite a lot less to show in them. But I will be starting with this world. All of these buildings from here on out, I believe, were all made by me, unless otherwise, unless I say otherwise. So, first, we'll take a look over here. These were all built after the other two arena worlds, the Arena World and Arena World V2. And these were all based around the hide and seek / Michael Myers game modes. And I'll tell you what, the only one I think that was, well, the only ones that were used, I believe, from here on out were this one and that castle over there that we'll get to. All the other ones after that we never used. So this one, as you can see, it's got the similar inside and everything. But this, I found a picture of this online where it just showed this front. And I liked the design. So, I made it. But it didn't show, anything else. All I had to go off of was the front. So, based on just the front, I made the rest of the house and added some extra stuff around. So, we've got this nice walkway with the trees, and you've got a fountain on either side. And again, I didn't have the inside view of the place, so I made the inside and did some adjustments like adding hiding spots here and there. So you got this little living room area. Got a pool table, or I guess it's not really a pool table. Maybe a poker table. Could be whatever you want. It's Minecraft. It's all imagination. You got this thing because I just had room here and I didn't know what to put, so I added this. On this side, you've got this little, it's not even really a maze, but it's just kind of a hall of mirrors almost, with little hiding spots in it. And then you've got the kitchen over here. You can see I went with a different design for the kitchen that I found online. Probably didn't look exactly like this, but I probably just made it to fit in over here. And then you got the table here. Trying to do some different stuff than I normally do, like making the table with pistons. So upstairs we've got the massive library and the storage room. So again, because this was for Michael Myers / hide and seek, I tried to design some of this stuff with that in mind, that there would need to be some hiding spots and stuff. So, some things kind of twist more than they need to, and there's like more pathways than you would need. Then the third floor, we've got bedrooms. So here's one bedroom. Here's another bedroom. Again, with the idea that this would be for hide and seek and whatever. I'm almost positive there's an opening in one of these. I just don't know which one. Okay, I guess there isn't. What a bait and switch. Anyway, that's what this room looks like, and balcony on the outside. Then over here, got another bedroom. And another bedroom. Kind of a weird design going on in here. And, you know, the balcony out there. And then the 4th floor, which is just the roof, is not a maze, but it's just a long, windy pathway that takes you to here. And it's just kind of meant to be a troll spot where, like, even if, like, if you came up here first, and then, like, the Seeker or whoever came up here, it was just a guaranteed escape, because the only way they can get to you is if they also follow the path, you know, on either side, because there's a pathway there. So they would have to go through the long path, and then, you know, when they're like halfway through or whatever, you can just leave, and then they're forced to, you know, go back for you. So then out here in the back, we got this pool, which again, I found this design online and I really liked it, so I really wanted to fit it in somehow around here. Which, I mean, it doesn't exactly fit in, but it looks nice either way. And then we've got a garden here. Quite nice. I'm convinced that the only flowers that existed were poppies and dandelions. Yeah, that's it for this one. Moving along as fast as we can. We'll get to this castle. So, something to note of at this point forward is I had this app of pre-made Minecraft creations where you could look at the build layer by layer and replicate it that way. So that's what I did. So from this building and then that unfinished building over there were from this map, this app that I had. So this actual castle part, this entire thing took me 3 days maybe? Like the first day that I made it, all I had built up was maybe to like there or something. Like I did not have much of this built the first day. But that second and third day I was grinding, I guess. So here's the entrance. You go up. There's not much around here, I'm pretty sure. No, other than you could hide on here. We only played on this once, I believe. That pathway takes you up there. Another little section. Then you go in here, and then finally you're actually at some area. So down here is the prison. It's kind of off on its own over here. Try to go through it fast. Yep, here's the prison. Wow, if I'd have known that was all it was, I wouldn't have even bothered. So going up and up and up, we get to the actual castle part, which is very nice looking. That's actually the right way, well, the right way to go. That's to like the whole under, like inside the castle and everything. This place isn't just hollow. So in here, you've got nothing. How exciting. Okay, you actually do have some beds at least. Up here, up, up, up. Takes you to this, which is like the nice part of the castle. Nice little room in there. It goes down here to another room, which I actually don't even remember this section of, probably because it's hidden behind the couch. Then it goes up and whatever. I'm not going to go through it. It's going to take forever. This video is going to be another hour and a half long video if I start going through this whole place. I didn't even design this. I just recreated it. But, you know, hopefully you get a good enough look at it here. The whole underside, I guess I'll do, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but just to show you, this place does go down, winds around a bit, and there is actually stuff down here. There's a whole animal pen and mushroom houses and whatnot, farms. And yeah, I built this place essentially one layer at a time from the schematic on the app. So that was this place. Moving along over here, we've got the Twin Towers. Again, this was just a schematic on the app that I recreated layer by layer. Each side is mirrored, so let's just look at it from the outside in. You got this stuff. You got the little cubicle office area. Then you got another cubicle office area, but flipped, and another one, but flipped. Then you got the break room, and you know, you got the little snack bar over here. In this room, you got a fountain and the bridge connecting them. Then you got the kitchen with, you know, cafeteria. You got more cubicles, more cubicles, more cubicles, more cubicles. And you got the boss's office way up here at the top, but it's different on this side. It's storage. So I do remember I added this little sign right there. You know, just some lyrics that I was fond of at the time. Just because I thought they were funny. So let's go to, I don't even know, we'll go over here. So those three buildings that we just saw are the only complete buildings on here. Over here we have a testing area that me and Maverick used. Maverick didn't help with any of this stuff, like any of the other buildings on here. But he did get on here a few times just to see what was going on or mess around, whatever. We'd do stuff like test stuff out, like the fastest way to travel. So at the time, the fastest like overworld travel or something would have been like if you had placed boats like this and just kept like spamming right click. You could just move like insanely fast through there. I think you could just hold it actually, and it would just constantly keep teleporting you around. Then this is just another thing, like another concept we were testing. So if you open the door, it looks like it's just a, you know, one wide room, that there's not actually anything else in here, but it's actually like, you know, secret right there. Right here we were testing out, it used to actually work. You used to be able to get in a minecart through the wall like that, but without the minecart showing. So you could like push the minecart to be just a little bit past the stone so that it wasn't showing, but still get into it. Over here I was just showing him that you can name something dinner bone and it flips upside down. And here I think we were testing the wither stuff. Over here I was testing out dimensions for buildings. Like I was trying to build stuff within certain dimensions. So I built this within these dimensions. And this was a design that I found on a YouTube video, I believe, but it was just like one too long. moving along. Yep, moving along. We get to over here was something, a unfinished concept for another hide and seek that I was gonna have. Would have been a lot bigger than the rest. So the idea was gonna be a small neighborhood, and it was gonna be like modern houses. So I had this modern house design that I got from that app, and this is what it looked like up to this point. Looked pretty nice. I think I just didn't furnish this section yet because I wanted to just get the structure up, but I didn't even do that. Then out here I was testing the lights and stuff. Right here I was used to not be able to crawl at all, but you know, before you could, I mean, I don't know, I guess you couldn't fly at the time either. Maybe elytras didn't exist or something. Yeah, I was testing out like how you could crawl, so there's like a boat there and you could like mimic crawling by doing that. Alright, moving along. We got one more structure here to see. So here is like a oil, I mean, I didn't know what it ever was supposed to be, but the way it was shaping up, it looked kind of like a oil rig type of station. So you come up here, and then this is as far as I got to building it. But it looked interesting. Looks like it would have made for a good hide and seek map, which is why I chose it. And that's it for this world. So we'll move right along into the next. Okay, so here we are in the next world. This is a project that me and Maverick undertook. So this is a Hunger Games arena, a quite proper one at that. So there's 4 entrances, I believe. Yep, one on each side. And I guess this whole place was built around this waterfall, because I saw this waterfall online. I really wanted to make it, so I did, and it looked pretty nice. Turned out nice looking. So you've got all this up here at the top. You've got some chests for, you know, loot. And over here, we can start over here. This is a house that I built. Again, I don't think, other than my city world mansion house, well, other than my city world, everything in there was made off the dome, as you could tell. You know, nothing was too fancy on there. I guess everything in that first video was all pretty original, but then everything after that, so like stuff in the last video, well, some stuff in the last video wasn't wholly original. I mean, if you're online, you know, looking at Minecraft pictures, you'll probably come across some references and stuff that I used to make some of this. Anyway, that's off topic. Here's one of the houses that I made. I mean, you can obviously tell it's got the hallmarks of everything me, from the TV with the 2 dudes fighting to the stove top here, and everything just screams I made it. Wow, what a basic looking living room. Bedroom looking pretty similar to everything else I make. There's also, I'm pretty sure there's a, I was pretty sure there was a paint opening behind this painting. Well, there isn't. There is here though, I know that. And then there's some good loot up here. But it's like a really difficult jump to make it into there. So let's see, back here, got the little back porch, we got the fountain, some trees. Right here was a modern house that got online. Tried to do my best on the inside to make it modern, because even now I don't really make anything modern. Obviously, I mean, come on, you know, at this point, if you weren't expecting that, then I don't even know what to tell you. And then the storage room, and you got some cactuses up here, another chest up there. We got another dojo, 'cause those are popular with me a few years ago, apparently. I mean, they look nice, don't get me wrong. And here we got the ninja training course. All difficult parkour, obviously, to get you to the top. And it would give you god armor, essentially. Or not, I guess. Looks pretty shitty to me. Well, looks pretty average compared to other stuff that we make. I mean, you got the 10 god apples in there. That's pretty good. Alright, nothing else really going on with that. The trees are pretty much just filler for all this stuff. Won't even talk about them. Right here we got this building, which just the tower section here, you know, I got online, and then I was like, you know, well, what else do we have in front of it, though? Well, we'll have this empty room, apparently, connecting to it. So it goes up every now and then. It's missing a step, so that you actually have to pay attention to whether or not you're gonna fall off or not. Then here, you know, you got several more empty spaces missing till you get to the very top, and you get a chest with a piece of chicken, an okay sword, and a little bit of food. Pretty not worth coming up here, looks like, considering how much time it would take you. This place, I was really happy with this place. Again, got the design online. I don't even know if I need to state that at this point. It's going to be pretty obvious if I didn't, based on my other buildings that you've seen. Anyway, we got the pool under there. Pretty good. Up here, I mean, obviously. Then we got up here the library. We got the bedroom. Up here is the secret. Again, let's see what we got. We got really good armor. Much easier to get to, I think, than the previous one that I showed, I think. Yeah, you just like it's a pretty decent jump, just you know, from there to there. Can be quite tricky though. Alright, then you got this one. Looks good on the inside. Yep, you got that. No TV this time because it's more medieval style. And then this is this and that are the only two buildings Maverick made. And Maverick's always original. He doesn't get nothing online. Well, maybe he does, but I don't. He never told me if he did. Over here, looks like we got some fences not connecting. I don't know if that's still a thing, if they don't connect or what. Got some fences burning. Yep, looking I mean, it's looking like Maverick made it, if you ask me. And, obviously he made all of these triple doors because it'd be more annoying. Got the enchantment room, kitchen and diner. Pretty good. And yep, now we're back to here. Then the upstairs is like a nightclub. You got the DJ booth here. Got some pools, some strip poles. So looking good. Alright, and then you've got his other house. Just like that, got the grandfather clock in there. Got the computer. Got the bedroom. I didn't look at the corners, but that's what was there, just in case I missed anything. You got the kitchen and dining room. Please do not enter. Let's see if there was actually anything back here. There was. I don't even know if you can access it. Yep, that's what I remembered being back here. Oh, and it's just flint and steel, wow. Oh, and it's a trap. Of course it is. Okay, going up. We've got another pool with, oh, you guessed it. It wasn't even me that made it. Got some billiards tables, I guess, some pool tables. And a little outside patio. But it wouldn't be an Anzod Maverick map if we didn't add some parkour. So obviously there's parkour. You gotta, that probably wouldn't even know to do, because you have to get on top of this and you go onto that. You go up there, onto here, and then you go drop down onto like here probably, and then you go like bring that out, and then jump over here, and then get on the roof. And then once you're on the roof, then you have to know to come back here to jump on this, then to that, onto that, all the way over here. And then once you're on this roof, then you got one final thing to do, which is to carefully go off. Well, I didn't do it that time because I was trying to uncrouch, and then I thought I was still crouched, and then I wasn't crouched. But you gotta get in there. And then once you fall in here, you get, the god loot of all the stuff. You can get a pet dog. You got obviously you got your memes. Yep. Let's see, what is that? Timo. Timo is an ass, probably. Yep, and then you got your references and whatnot. You got a chest for a second dog. Yep, so that's this map. I know there's some other stuff, not much other stuff, out on this map somewhere, but because the worlds are so much bigger and I didn't have a map for this already on me, the new maps are like way more zoomed in, as you can see, so they're not very helpful. But there's not really much else to see out here other than I think I made like a sword statue. And yeah, that's this map. So let's move on to the next. Alright, just got 2 more worlds that I'm gonna show. There's other worlds that I have, but they're pretty insignificant, or they don't really have anything worth showing on them. These last 2 maps I feel like I put time into and I really liked, so I'll go ahead and show them off. Both of them were designs that I got from that app that I mentioned that has pre-made stuff on it. So this is one. It didn't have these statues out front, but I added them. And I guess this must be, I don't know, I thought for sure I had another building out here for the hide and seek slash Michael Myers stuff, but I guess not. But let's go ahead and take a quick look through here. I believe this room was empty. Or, all these rooms were empty, actually. Well, maybe not all of them, but I'll mention if it wasn't empty. But I remember for the most part, all the rooms for this schematic were empty, so I had to throw some stuff in here, like adding a lion statue as well as 2 armor stands. So right there it goes up, but there's less down. So right here we've got this room, which I believe was on the schematic, because I don't know why I would make that. And then this bottom floor is just nothing. And then there's nothing really interesting around the outside right here. So going up, we've got a journey up this place because it's long. But back here, because it was going to be, you know, hide and seek, I added that. So yeah, there's the main hall. And we keep going up, and we get to the library. Quite a large library. You know, 2 stories. It's got a nice little area out here. And that's about it. We keep going up. We get to the gallery, where we've got a variety of paintings. Some have places to hide behind them, but apparently that is not one of them. Again, nice little balcony area here. Then we keep going up, and we get to the soldiers' quarters. So there's storage chests there, some beds there. I can't help but wonder if maybe there's supposed to be a wall continuing up that way. Maybe there was supposed to be, I don't know. I believe all of these, like, I believe the soldiers' quarters was furnished already, because I definitely wouldn't have made these rooms like they are. Anyway, continuing up. That's enough of looking at those. We get to this room, which was like this. Then each way you get a hall leading to one of these towers that's on the side. So you can go down them, which there's nothing in any of these going down, but going up there is. You get up here, and you got your wheat field, your melon field, your pumpkin field, wheat field again, and then just nothing there. And then up here, yeah, you can see it's just like a library slash storage kind of space. Continuing up is the bedroom, and then continuing even further up is basically nothing. And so that's pretty much this world. As you can see, there's not really a lot to talk about with this one, other than I think it took, I said the castle one in the other world took like 3 days to make, but I think this was the one that actually took 3 days to make. I think the castle took like 5 days to make. But yeah, let's let's move on to the final world. Alright, this is the final world. And out here, this is pretty much my only contribution to this building. I mean, I did build this, but the outside, inside, everything other than this, I just copied directly from that app. And since there's not really a whole lot of personal stuff to talk about with this map, because it never got played on, we never used it for anything, I really just made it because I really loved how it looked, both inside and out. So, do a quick show here. You know, the inside's pretty standard, as you could see on the other stuff. You got the timer down there, hide and seek stuff, Michael Myers stuff. So while I go through this place to show it off, I'll go ahead and do some closing words. I'd just like to thank anyone that actually, you know, watched all of these or any of these. You know, I just kind of made these because I wanted to have a sort of video documentary and just you know, just some footage of stuff that I've made in the past and just see how far I've come along in building. But I also wanted to make these just to kind of show that, you know, the videos going forward, you're gonna notice, you know, quite an increase in quality of the builds, both because the game has progressed, you know, more blocks have been added. Like, you've seen how, you know, the only flowers that were being used in these maps were dandelions and poppies, but now there's so many more flowers, there's so many more blocks, and you know, the game's evolved and I've evolved as a player as well. So, you know, I just kind of want this series to also be a show of, even though, you know, I've come from really not building that well, even though at the time I thought I was like the best among my friends at building, but now looking at the builds, they seem so simple and so basic, so untextured. So even, you know, even if you don't build well, it doesn't mean you won't ever. You know, I've never tried to, you know, just go into a world and start building to improve. It's just kind of been an evolution of, you know, my Minecraft experience. I've just gotten better over time naturally, you know, depending on people I play with. Sometimes, you know, my building style changes. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted it to also, you know, the series to be a show of how, you know, you can evolve in your building style. You can improve upon what you've done if you just keep trying to do better. And, you know, just don't give up. Like, if you make something bad, doesn't mean you're gonna make something bad next time. I mean, recently me and Killer have been playing on a world, and, you know, we spend hours just trying to come up with a design that both of us like for a building, even, you know, even just for a wall. But it looks good. You know, we end up, you know, coming to a decision, and, you know, it's not a quick decision, but, you know, we're pushing ourselves to be better and better, and, you know, it's working. So, you know, thank you if you've watched this far. I'm gonna keep making videos on Minecraft, but you know, not on previous worlds anymore. I am happy to finally be done, finally have all of this out there. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something. Maybe took something away from this. Maybe you got some ideas for building. Maybe you learned that you can still improve on building. But either way, if you did watch, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you in some newer builds of mine. So this will conclude this series, finally. It's only been a few months because of my procrastination, mostly because I just had to re-hook up the capture system to record on PS4, but it's nice to finally be done with it, move on to some newer stuff. And so I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.